What's up? Good morning, guys. How we doing? Happy Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend. Time to get into it, baby. Let's see what we can get done here today. We are about 2 minutes, 25 seconds out from the close of Big Bar 23. Let's see if we can put something together here. You know, the ATR, I gotta tell you, man, on Friday was tremendous. I can't complain too much about 29. 29 is fine. But, you know, what do we have on Friday this time? Like 45, 50? Something like that. At least 40. We can work with 29. All right. And I got to tell you, I may have something I can do here if this bull body stays reasonably sized here on bar 23. So let's see if we can get that minute 45 out. What's up, guys? Good morning. How we doing? Hope you guys are doing well, man. Take a quick peek at gold. Still kind of wicking around here. So we will hang out on NQ. Get about a minute and a half out. And see what it brings. So when I'm looking at this, all I see is a big bull wedge. Potentially that, but realistically I see a big bull wedge. Which means that if I can get small signal bars, I will put something on, and this would be a small signal bar. That ATR has fallen quick, by the way. Look at these ranges down here. You see that? We gotta keep an eye on that. Come on, you bulls. All right. We are 15 seconds out. What would be the size of this? Oh, gee, it's 15 points only. Which means I got to get that ready because that's a small little signal body and a soft bull wedge. Is that one tick? I'll give that about 15, 20 seconds, see if we get a fill. You see that closing one tick? Damn. Above the wick high of 22. Give that 8 more seconds only. I don't want to get a fill if it's past 20 into the bar. Pop it, bulls. Nothing. Oh, we got it! We got a fill! Ha ha! Gotta love it. Last second fill. All right. Let's see if we can get a push. Small little signal bar. Risk on this less than 20 points. Put me in the game, man. I want to participate this morning. See if we can get a bit of a move here out of the bulls. Now, again, it's getting softer, okay? So we'll see how this continues to develop once this trade resolves itself, whatever that means here on this one. But let's see if the bulls can give us a little bit more here. ATR 27. Barely, man, that was a last second fill. I went to cancel it and it was already executing. It was in the middle of executing as I canceled. But that's fine, man, that counts. And by the way, we'll see if this turns into a trading range. Not yet now, bulls. Come on now. ATR sitting at 27. All right, Bulls. We'll let you work a little. Inch by inch, get a little confidence going. All right, there's the open up bar 25. All right, let's keep that moving. Bulls, come on now, baby. ATR still 26. All right, there's the open to 26. And it's getting slow, isn't it? ATR's still holding up. We're at about 25. Look at the range on these bars. New bar. There's the open at 27. Bear is really trying to turn this into a single bar sideways trading range. ATR is at 24. That's not too bad. We can work with 24. They took us within one tick of stopping us out. See if they can do it this time. Got me. All right, let's move on. Thank God, man. When the market is so slow, I just can't stand this shit. You know what I mean? Gold. ATR is 5.8. Is anything moving out there? YM. ATR is 50, you know? Silver. Yeah, kind of low for silver. Yes. Yeah. Well, I guess. Best case scenario right now, NQ would fall off a cliff and get the volatility back. And then we can get back to work. This is kind of nuts here, huh? Bar 2 through bar 6. Hope none of you guys were hitting that. That's all wicks. All right. Let's see what it brings. Right now, we went from having a soft bull wedge. The argument is quickly becoming... The bull still could save it, but the argument is quickly becoming this. Tight, single bar trading range. Which is tough. So, we'll keep an eye out here. Trade count. All right, let's keep it moving. You know, ATR over here on YM is 51, which is a little higher than we were seeing a lot of last week. I mean, that's you know, that's a trading range trying to pass for a soft bull channel is what it is. It's like, what are you supposed to do in there, you know? Gold has got a big sideways wedge coming to a head. Big wick on 27 out of NQ. All right. Best case scenario, I think, for everybody here is NQ just starts to tank. That would get ATR back above 30. And clean up these candles. Because, I mean, look at these wicks. Oh, man. Nothing to trade, really, between at least 2 and 7. You know, really not 8 or 9 either. 10 was, you know, I mean, it was the first bull body after a bear body. You could argue that 8, 9, 10 was like a B setup. I would say it's about a B setup. It was reasonable. You might actually still be in that trade. Jesus. Let's see if, you know, if the bulls could also expand this upside and open things up again, that would be just fine as well. Maybe not as quick as NQ falling off a cliff, but we could work on that. Coming into high a day here on NQ. Piece of test. New high a day on NQ by 3 ticks, maybe a point. ATR 25. Question, Nico, how do you look at a perfect doji between 2 bull bars? Is that considered an honorary green? Or just erased from the equation? 26 through 28 on ES. Might as well take a look. Yeah, F28 was clean, clean, clean. We've talked about this in the tomb about 1,000,000 times. You get 26, 27, 28. It's never going to be an A+ setup. But if you get even a small bear body as the middle bar, I can forgive it. It gets downgraded at a bare minimum, I suppose, to an A-, but it's more like a B setup almost every time. But I've taken them plenty of times here on the stream. But that's the middle bar. I'm not talking like 2 or 3 bars in between. All right, we got 50 seconds out. Let's think here. Actually gonna have to keep an eye on ES. ATR here on ES 4.9. All right. Let's pop over. That label says NQ. I am on ES. I know, I gotta fix it. That popped way too quick. I'm not gonna get a fill. That was higher than the wick high on open. Almost. Well, very, very shortly after open. Alright, I'll watch Barth 29 here on ES. In the meantime, we'll keep an eye on NQ. We've got a second attempt at a bull body here on NQ as well, so I'm watching both NQ and ES now. ES is the cleaner instrument right now. Hate to break it to you. That's not, you know, I would say well over 50% of the time, at least now in the last year, NQ is the cleaner instrument. Right now, it's undeniably ES today. Well, what I should say is in this moment, it is ES. Though the second it becomes NQ again, we'll be back over here on NQ, but look at this. Bar 29 on NQ is just putting in a doji while ES is making a push. At least trying to make a push. Relative to NQ. So let's see if ES can. We're about 3 minutes out here. If we get a nice clean close, I'm going to have to get a quick stop limit buyout. All right, 2 minutes out. All right. We're about 30 seconds out here. ES trying to pull in, which if we look at NQ, pulling in more. So NQ tends to be a little behind. Not tends to. Right now, it is a little bit behind. We'll see if we can clean that up. Now, I become interested, particularly on ES, in a limit order entry, reversion, kind of range, soft pull channel scalp. If I can get a close out of 30 in the lower third of that. And there's a very clear wick low for me to manage risk with. That makes sense. We'll take it as it comes. Probably... Well, let's see how it closes up where the 20 EMA is at that time. I'd use either the wick low of 26 or the wick low of 22 to manage risk, whichever one makes more sense. I hope you guys are excited, man. We don't seem too excited here today. We gotta lock in, dude. It's 2026. The market has zero excuse. Zero excuse to be slow. It's gonna clean up. It already cleaned up last Friday. We'll be seeing a big old ATR soon enough. And when that happens, gotta be on our shit here, ready to rock. Danny, what's up, brother? That's it. What indicate? I don't know. It's in. I don't know. It's in. Well, I guess it's in the tomb. It's just a bar counter. On NinjaTrader, all you need to find is a bar counter, and then you need to change your settings to make it ES New York session. I'm sorry. Well, New York session on whatever it is that you're trading. So, this is ES. 250 out, by the way. If you can't find a bar counter, which you should be able to, just Google NinjaTrader bar counter. Those of you guys in the tomb, I logged it all for you with instructions. I don't exactly remember where it was. You can code one up yourself really easily with the help of AI. You don't have to be a programmer. But you should be able to find one online. And no, you know, that is not one of those things that it's like, oh, you got to join the tomb to get it. I just put it there for them to make it convenient for them. The tomb is far more valuable than a fucking bar counter. So no, that I would just give that for free. I don't care. Come on, 30. Minute 50 out. But those of you guys wondering, what are all those numbers? There you go. It's so that we can all talk about it in different time zones. Well, really, so I can reference them myself, and you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. All right. So we're a minute 25 out. NQ is early for me. Let's see what ES can do here. ATR is about 4 3/4 here on ES. All right, now again, since I get questions on it, it says NQ. I know. I am on ES. I gotta change it. But I am on ES. I'm gonna give it bar 31. There's some wick on the low of that bar. That's not optimal. All right, let's see what NQ is doing. Yeah, you see NQ. Actually, a damn clean close out of NQ, but that's not ready for me to short it yet. That is not at all ready for me to short it yet. I would need to see bar 31 actually snap up any argument of a soft bull channel by doing a repeat of bar 30. This is not helping the case for bar 31 as far as a short is concerned on NQ. You know what that's doing? That's growing the wick, which grows the risk that I would have to put on if I had to short it. So ideally, if we could get a nice clean bear body, it would not be massive because we already have this up top. And in the meantime, we will watch the conflicting argument over here on ES. And we'll see if I have to short NQ, or if I end up having to long buy the S&P. Which, of course, never do both at the same time in prop accounts. They will get upset with you. You're not allowed to be long and short simultaneously in, say, multiple Apex prop accounts in related products. And I probably wouldn't do so in any instruments, by the way, because they could make the argument that they are correlated. You guys know what I always say, right? Don't give the props any reason at all to deny your payout. You want it to be clear as day, no matter what rep is reviewing your payout request. You want it to be clear as day that you're not that dude that they need to worry about. And I get it, you know. The personality type of all of us, probably. At least me. You know, growing up, if there was a rule, I'd find a way to not follow it. I wasn't interested in rules like that. You probably weren't either. But I'll tell you one thing, this is not the place to flex that muscle, homeboy. If you're gonna trade prop, play nice, play by the rules, show up to your payout request with a smile, say, and you got a nice little bolo tie on. You're like, I'm here to collect. And they approve it, and then you can go not play by the rules by quitting your fucking job. Play by the rules. I'm sorry, don't play by the rules somewhere else. In your fundeds is not the place to do that. I get it. You want to go against it. Well, not the place. All right, we got about a minute out here on ES, well, I suppose on all of them. NQ, basically a doji. "15 seconds out. I'm on ES. I don't think I'm going to get anything here. All right, there's the open of 32. Let's pop around here, back to NQ. See what we get here on NQ. Come on, you Bears! There you go. 2.5 minutes out. All right, 32. Bar 32, that is, on NQ, showing some hesitation. ES needs a minimum of one more bar to develop there. Yeah, I thought it might. You see that wick back? Closing inside the wick low of 31, so I gotta wait on 33. If we get a nice clean bear body out of 33, I'm slapping the close short. Everything I got. Just kidding. But I would hit it short using a stop limit sell. But the bear's gotta prove it to me first, man. Good work, Bears. Let's keep that up. Come on now. Bulls are trying to maintain any look of a big, overarching, all-day soft bull channel. They're really holding it up on ES, though this is starting to be a sideways single bar trading range, which I'm not into. I want to see this get snapped. Come on, 30. All right, now, Bears, give us a nice low close. 2 minutes out. Plenty of time to clean this up. $60 seconds. Gold is in about a 20-point sideways range. You gotta be careful, man. I mean, that's a sideways trading range. However you want to look at it, best thing you could do, if you're going to do anything, is maybe try to catch continuation inside of the range. But, you know, I mean, it's gold, right? I would prefer to catch gold when it looks like a cleaner version of this. Cleaner, right? Cleaner than ES. Or it's just a little more volatile in general. What's YM looking like? HR on YM is starting to fall down to 40. That is ugly. All right, there's the open of bar 34 here on NQ. All right, guys, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. Here we go. NQ, 3 minutes, 45 seconds out. Let's see if we can get a nice bear close out of bar 35. If we can, we've got something to work with. At least I do. Yes, kind of fighting with 20 EMA there. It's all right. That's all right. 3 minutes out here. Let's see what NQ can do. ATR 24. Come on, Bears. $220 out. Beautiful. Now keep that up. Keep that up. Close it up nice and clean, Bears. I don't want to see a whole bunch of insecurity. Minute 40. There you go. There you go. Come on, Bears! No insecurity, man! Bears are handsome, man. We ain't got anything to be insecure about. Let's see if we can get a nice, clean close. No wick back out of 35. There you go. All right, get my stop limit sell out. Boom, place that guy there. See if we can get a fill. And we will. Just our stop. Where I want him, bring that down. And see if we get some follow through here out of the Bears. ATR 24. All right, there's the open of bar 37. All right, Bears, dump that thing 50 speed. ATR 24. Got 3 minutes, 15 seconds left here on this bar. Still plenty of time on this bar. There you go. Oh, Bears, you handsome dogs. Keep that confidence up. Come on now, keep that confidence up. Two minutes left on this bar. All right, minute 27. We'll see how bar 37 closes up. Unless they give it to me before that. I'm looking for a full ATR, by the way. $70 seconds out. $15 seconds. Okay, stop currently at 6:52. See if I have to adjust it. Ooh. If it takes out the wick low of 37 in the first 20 seconds here, I will. See how 37 closed? Oh man, it's like one tick beneath the wick low of 36. I'll treat it as if I were getting short or the stop management. And that would be a no fill, no trade, so I'll have to leave my stop up there. And still looking for a full ATR. ATR about 24. 23, 24. Okay, so at best so far, I've been 19 points in the money, which is not enough. Is not enough. I need at least a full ATR. So let's see if the Bears can give another run at it, man. They were feeling kind of cocky for a second. Then they stopped feeling handsome. there's the open bar 39. Let's see what we get. Take it through, baby. Do it. ATR 2324. All right, there's the open bar 40. Come on, Bears! Don't just let the Bulls range this thing. Do it! All right, 2 minutes out here from the close of 40. All right, there's the open of 41. All right, ATR here is about 22. 23-ish. All right, 20 seconds out from the close of 41. Those of you guys just joining us, I have been sitting short since shortly after the open of bar 36. 35 was the signal bar. And looking for a full ATR at least. All right, there's the open bar 43. ATR sitting at 20. So, you want to be a day trader, huh? Oh, goodness. Then what? I don't know. What, half hour? Gotta take it bar by bar. There's nothing I can do yet. are 44. What do you think, 44? All right, ATR is at 20, coming in on the ATR. Getting thirsty here, man. All right, ATR 20. See if it eclipses 21. There it is, ATR 21. All right. We got it. Full ATR, actually a little more than a full ATR. Out there, that puts us back to green. All right, let's move on, see what else we can grab. Update the trade count, as I forget to do every damn time. Levi! Hell yeah, all the Tomb Talks have been so good for my discipline. Part of me wanted to get out of that trade when we were at 19 points. Glad to weather the storm. I mean, listen, if everybody does it in the early days, you're a little bit in the money, and it feels like you want to take it off, right? Because that you lock in a winning trade, and that feels good. You get to have a good self-worth that day, but that's an internal issue. Trading has nothing to do with how you see yourself. At least it shouldn't. That's the goal that everyone should have. You should feel the same about yourself, whether you're big green or deep red. Now, I get it. It's not like super realistic, especially early on. But I've always said, do not derive your self-worth from your P&L. You derive it from your ability to stick to the plan. because there is no denying that if you start doing random things like taking things off at 18 points when you know you need to wait until you're 21 in the money, well, guess what happens next time? Now you take it at 16, now you take it at 14, now you take it at 9, and now the edge is gone. Now your ability to make money is gone, and now you're no longer a full-time trader, or the dream is dead. Which, for most traders, let's be honest, the fear, you guys, straight up, listen carefully, the fear is not losing the trade. You might think it's losing the trade. That's not what you're scared of. You're scared of your dream of being a trader dying. Correct? I think that's true for just about everybody. You might not see that, but you're not afraid of losing the trade. You're afraid of your dream dying. The way your dream is going to die is if you start looking at, I'm going to derive my self-worth from whether I win or lose this individual trade. That's not what this is about. The quickest way to kill the dream and to actually make that fear a reality is to start doing random things that are not a part of your proven edge. That plan that'll get you there. It's kind of backwards, right? I mean, I get it, but isn't most things in life kind of like that? You know? All right, 45. Let's see what we get. Yes, in a big old trading range as well. All right, Jesus, I need some water. Be right back. 2 minutes. All right, welcome back. Watching 45 here. Let's see what we end up with. This is, of course, NQ, 5-minute chart. Some of you guys are like, what are these numbers? It's just a bar counter so we can talk about the bars regardless of time zone. All right, let's see how bar 46 ends up here. Low of day down at 538-ish. We're a little far for a stop hunt with an ATR of 22. 3 minutes, 13 seconds out from the close here of bar 46. Let's see if the bears can close it up reasonably clean. All right, bears, calm down, calm down, calm down. Let's not make that an outsized bar. All right, 2 minutes out. Bears. Oh, it's getting big. 90 seconds here. Let's see what the range on bar 46 here ends up as on the close. As long as it stays inside of like 48 points in size, I would love to try to stop hunt the low of day. Minute 5 out. "35 seconds. Hop on over here. That's kind of wicky. The range of that bar with an ATR of 24, range is 40, 41 points. It's okay. It's getting damn close to being outsized, but it's all right for now. Right now, the biggest problem is that big wick. But I will get ready in case we see a last-second adjustment. Nope, here comes the open of 47. Massive wick on that bar. Nothing on 46. Let's watch 47. All right, Bears, if we can get it closed like right here. Right here! That'd be a beautiful thing, because then I can try to stop hunt the wick low of 3, which also happens to be the low of day. At least since New York opened. So, let's see if we can get here out of 47. What's ES looking like, by the way? Not nearly as good as NQ right now. ATR on NQ starting to creep back up a little bit, up to 23. $345 out. By the way, guys, tomorrow is the last day for 90% off at Apex. 90% off, single day pass at Apex Trader Funding. Obviously, one of my top 2 props. I'm running Apex and Take Profit Trader. Code BIG, B-I-G. That's right, Ren. Let's see if we can get that first stop hunt. 2026. Is it? I don't think. Did we have any on Friday? I forget. I don't think so. I don't remember. You gotta have a ridiculously short memory when it comes to trades. All right, 2.5 minutes out here from the close of 47. Nope, right now Code Big is only good at Apex and Take Profit Trader. I'm very selective with who gets Code Big. I only pick who the firms that I use and really like, which is Apex and Take Profit Trader. Again, I think they're both very good for, well, I'll say different reasons. First of all, 65 seconds out. I'll say different reasons, but at the end of the day, I mean, I wouldn't go one or the other personally. That's why I use both. Again, I don't think I've voiced this in a while. My thoughts are this. I think there's a tier system to this. If you're like day one, you've never day traded ever, and you're not looking to use personal capital, go buy a single Apex evaluation account on sale. Right now, it's like 20 bucks. Like 1980 or something. Mess around in that eval until you're able to get an edge. Then, I would go to Take Profit Trader because they do daily payouts in pro accounts, and I would try to start getting some money coming in consistently, at least reasonably, start paying the light bill with trading stuff, you know what I mean, the car payment, whatever. Then, as that number starts to increase, now you're a Take Profit Trader taking payouts as often as possible because they allow you to take daily payouts. All right, we'll watch bar 48 here. Then add Apex back into the mix, because Apex is where you go to beef up the sample size of payouts once you already have an edge, because they let you go to 20 accounts, whereas at Take Profit Trader, they let you do daily payouts, we can only go to 5 accounts. At Apex, you don't get daily payouts, but with 20 accounts, it doesn't matter. We don't really care about that. That's why I use both. But to start having, you know, reasonably consistent 5-figure months, like 20, 30, 40, 50, $60,000 months, just from your trading alone, I really don't think you need anything other than Apex and Take Profit Trader. You can scale that past that. You know, when it's time to take it really, really big, you know, you're going to want to go multiple props, probably like 5 different props, but you also got to understand it really increases the workload on managing the accounts. It turns into kind of a pain in the ass. You're throwing in My Funded Futures, Bullinox, etc., whatever. It's kind of a pain in the ass. You want to make sure if you're throwing in more than 2 props that you're using the Trade-Evade connection into NinjaTrader, because you can't trade 2 different Rithmic connections at the same time. So like, if you have Apex with Rithmic, and then you're using Bullinox Rithmic, you got to do it separately, which is a pain in the ass. Yeah, gold is still in a big old range, man. Keep an eye on it, though. Ooh, protocol. Is that true? You can trade many Rithmic connections at the same time with Quant Tower? I don't care if there's a fee. Man, oh, interesting. I didn't know that. You know, the problem with that is I like my setup. I trust my setup. And it took a lot to trust my setup, platform, copy trader. So if we could get an Affordable Indicators X NinjaTrader setup with multiple Rithmic connections, we're off to the races. But, you know, to be honest, Trade-Evade is offered enough places that it doesn't really matter that much. All right, we're about 4.5 minutes out, by the way, from the close of 49. What's up with ES? What is silver doing? Not much, man. YM? All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm sitting green. I'll see what the afternoon brings. I'm going to go hit lunch. Maybe quick. Maybe I'll take my time. I don't know. We'll see. If the ATR stays at 20, I'm going to take my damn time. But if it pops back and, NQ starts crashing, I'll hurry back. But of course, I will see you guys back here on stream tomorrow morning. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. The market, a little slow today. Friday was good as far as volatility. But let's be honest, the market's out of excuses to be slow. Okay, so I gotta tell you, I mean, maybe it'll just be dead for the next month, but I anticipate it's gonna pick up here reasonably soon. There's really not much reason for it not to now that we're in the new year, we're through the holiday, and it's out of excuses. So I'm excited for that. In the meantime, man, trade your plan. You gotta be patient, be disciplined. Put the emotions aside, brute force your way for a week. It takes 1 week. Start rewiring yourself to get that dopamine, not from doing random things, but from following the plan and being on the right track. That feels much better than having a win where in the back of your head you know that it was a little bit gambly. All right, guys. All right. I'll see you guys soon. You guys in the Tomb Talk later on the night. Get your questions in. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Off to lunch. See you in the morning. Subscribe.